पहुंच रही है। हर एक के मन में बाप दादा के जन्मदिन के उमंग बड़ी बधाइयां समाई हुई। आप सभी भी विशेष आज बधाइयां देने आए हो, फल लेने आए। बाप दादा भी हर एक सिकिलते लाडले बच्चों को बच्चों के जन्मदिन की बदम 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 गुना बधाइयां दे रहे। आज के दिन की विशेषता जो सारे कलम में नहीं है, वो आज है। जो बाप और बच्चों का जन्मदिन साथ साथ इसको कहा जाता है विचित्र जयंती। सारे कलम में चक्कर लगा के देखो, ऐसी जयंती कभी मनाई है। लेकिन आज बाप दादा बच्चों की जयंती मना रही है और बच्चे बाप दादा की जयंती मना रहे। नाम तो शिव जयंती कहते हैं, लेकिन ये ऐसी जयंती है जो इस एक जयंती में बहुत जयंती समाई हुई। आप सभी को भी बहुत खुशी हो रही है ना कि हम बाप को मुबारक देने आए हैं और बाप हमको मुबारक देने आए। क्योंकि बाप और बच्चों का इकट्ठा जन्मदिन होना ये अति प्यार की निशानी। बाप बच्चों के सिवाय कुछ कर नहीं सकते और बच्चे बाप के सिवाय नहीं कर सकते। जन्म भी इकट्ठा है और संगम युग में रहना भी इकट्ठा है। क्योंकि बाप और बच्चे कंबाइंड है। विश्व कल्याण का कार्य भी इकट्ठा है। अकेला बाप भी नहीं कर सकता, बच्चे भी नहीं कर सकते, साथ साथ है। और बाप का फायदा है, साथ रहेंगे, साथ चलेंगे। साथ चलेंगे ना, फायदा है ना। इतना प्यार बाप और बच्चों का देखा है, वह अनुभव कर रहे। इसलिए इस संगम योग का महत्व है और इसी मिलन का यादगार भिन्न भिन्न मेलों में बनाया हुआ है। इस शिव जयंती के दिन भगत पुकार रही है, आओ कब आएंगे, कैसे आएंगे, यही सोच रही है और आप मना रही है। माता पिता सद्गुरु सखा तुम ही तो एक हमारे हो। शिक्षक तुम ही रक्षक तुम ही दिल के तुम ही सहारे हो। मिला सारे रिश्तों का प्यार तुमसे। ओम शांति।
ओम शांति। अव्यक्त परिवार में आपका स्वागत है। आज है दिन 21। संकल्पों की शक्ति जमा कर श्रेष्ठ सेवा के निमित्त बनो। आज का विषय है रूलिंग पावर। अव्यक्त इशारे। वर्तमान भविष्य का दर्पण है। वर्तमान की स्टेज अर्थात दर्पण द्वारा अपना भविष्य स्पष्ट देख सकते हो। भविष्य राज्य अधिकारी बनने के लिए चेक करो कि वर्तमान मेरे में रूलिंग पावर कहाँ तक है। पहले सूक्ष्म शक्तियाँ जो विशेष कार्य करता है, संकल्प शक्ति के ऊपर, बुद्धि के ऊपर पूरा अधिकार हो, तब अपना भविष्य उज्जवल बना सकेंगे। अभी हम मोहिनी दीदी से सुनेंगे।
ओम शांति। सभी ठीक हो, मौज में हो। मुरली में ज्ञान का खजाना देते हैं और उसका मनन चिंतन करना, दिन भर कोशिश करके उन्हीं महावाक्यों के आधार से अपने जीवन में गुणों की धारणा करना। एक सूक्ष्म रूप से हम सभी व्यस्त रहते हैं 100 पुरुषार्थ और उन्नति के लिए। बाबा हमें बताते हैं कि बीच बीच में कभी बच्चों को व्यर्थ संकल्प आ जाते हैं, या कल बाबा ने जैसे अव्यक्त इशारे में बताया कि दरबार लगाओ, उसमें अपनी सूक्ष्म शक्ति, सर्व कर्म इंद्रिय, ज्ञान इंद्रिय, जो कर्मचारी हैं, सबकी दरबार लगा करके और फिर देखो कि कितना कंट्रोलिंग पावर है, कितना जो डायरेक्शन जिस समय मिलती है, जिसको हम अभ्यास कहें, तो बाबा हम बच्चों को डायरेक्शन देते हैं। कल तो बाबा ने कितनी, आज सवेरे मुरली में कितनी अच्छी एक्सरसाइज कराई बाबा ने। पहले परम धाम जाओ, सूक्ष्म वतन में आओ, संगम युग पर आओ, सतयुग में जाओ, फिर मधुबन में आओ। आप सभी ने फिर से ये ड्रिल की होगी, नहीं? तो इसलिए अपना स्वराज्य कहो, दरबार कहो, वो भी लगा के देखी होगी, नहीं? तो बाबा कहते हैं कि स्वराज अधिकारी को, राजा को क्या चाहिए? कल था कंट्रोलिंग पावर और आज है रूलिंग पावर। राजा राज तख्त पे बैठता है उसको प्रशासन करना, रूलिंग कैपेसिटी, न केवल दरबार को ऑर्डर में रखना, परंतु जिसको जो कार्य मिले वो कुशलतापूर्वक करना। तो बाबा हम बच्चों को न केवल कंट्रोलिंग पावर चाहिए पर रूलिंग पावर। तो रूलिंग पावर में क्या चाहिए? तो बाबा कह रहे हैं कि वर्तमान भविष्य का दर्पण है। भविष्य की उम्मीदें, भविष्य के सपने, और वर्तमान समय पर कई बार संकल्पों से पास्ट में चले जाते हैं, कभी भविष्य में चले जाते हैं, परंतु हर क्षण, हर दिन नहीं, हर क्षण वर्तमान में रहे। चाहे वो स्वयं को देखना है, चाहे स्वयं की उन्नति करनी है, परंतु वर्तमान इस घड़ी मुझे वो अविनाशी कमाई भी करनी है। तो बाबा बहुत अच्छा बता रहे हैं कि वर्तमान भविष्य का दर्पण है। तो बाबा कहते हैं वर्तमान की स्टेज अर्थात दर्पण के द्वारा अपना भविष्य स्पष्ट देख सकते हो। क्या बनेंगे, क्या बनना है, वो वर्तमान स्थिति से पता लग जाता है। भविष्य राज अधिकारी बनने के लिए चेक करो कि मेरे वर्तमान मेरे में रूलिंग पावर है। पहले बाबा कहते हैं सूक्ष्म शक्ति है जो आपकी विशेष कार्य करता है। सोचना है, क्या सोचना है, श्रेष्ठ सोचना है, श्रीमत पर सोचना है। तो क्या वो मन हमारी बात सुनता है, उस पर चलता है? सूक्ष्म शक्ति है जो विशेष कार्य करता है संकल्प शक्ति के ऊपर। बुद्धि के ऊपर पूरा अधिकार है। कहाँ कहाँ बुद्धि चली जाती है, भटक जाती है, व्यर्थ तरफ चली जाती है, नहीं। बाबा कहते हैं कि पूरा अधिकार हो मन बुद्धि के ऊपर, पूरा अधिकार हो, तब अपना भविष्य उज्जवल बना सकेंगे। संगम युग पर हर मिनट, हर संकल्प, हर श्वास न केवल पुरुषोत्तम बनने के लिए है, अति इंद्रिय सुख लो, बाबा से मिलन मनाओ, बेहद का जो बाबा ने परिवार दिया है सबसे स्नेह और सम्मान का संबंध हो। तो हर बात हमको संगम युग पर अपने जीवन में प्रैक्टिकल में व्यवहारिक रूप में लानी है। तो आज जैसे बाबा ने कहा ना कि संसार और संस्कार, ऐसा संसार रचना है तो पहले उसके संस्कार बनाने हैं। तो इसलिए कंट्रोलिंग पावर के साथ साथ रूलिंग पावर और वर्तमान पर पूरा अटेंशन देते हुए हम अपना भविष्य बनाएं। वर्तमान से देख भी सकते हैं कि हमारा भविष्य क्या है। ओम शांति।
दीदी मनमोहिनी जी की विशेषताएं तथा अनमोल शिक्षाएं। बेहद की दृष्टि और बेहद का दृष्टिकोण। दीदी कभी तेरे मेरे की हदों में नहीं आई। यह जोन अथवा यह एरिया इसकी है या उसकी है, इस प्रकार की भाषा दीदी के मुख से कभी नहीं सुनी। वे सदा बेहद में रही, बेहद को सोच व समझ से सबकी पालना की। मैं और मेरेपन की भाषा से मुक्त रही। समय प्रमाण हम सबको भी अपना दृष्टिकोण बेहद का बनाना है। सब बाबा के हैं, बाबा की सेवाएं हैं। मिलजुल कर हमें इन्हें संपन्न करना है। हदों का अंश भी अभी समाप्त होना चाहिए। ओम शांति। अव्यक्त मुरली रिवीजन 1969 से। ज्ञान के रतन और स्नेह के मोती। अव्यक्त वाणी। तारीख है 27 जनवरी 1976। 3 श्रेष्ठ ईश्वरीय वरदान। निराकारी और साकारी दोनों स्वरूप में है। इस स्मृति से स्वतः ही समर्थी स्वरूप बन जाएंगे, अर्थात हेल्थ, वेल्थ और हैप्पीनेस का अनुभव हर समय होगा। चाहे शरीर का कर्म भोग सूली से कितना भी बड़े रूप में हो, लेकिन सदा अपने को साक्षी समझने से कर्म भोग भी वश नहीं होंगे, कर्म भोग के वश नहीं होंगे। हर कर्म भोग सूली से कांटे समान अनुभव होगा। भविष्य जन्म जन्मांतर कर्म भोग से मुक्त होने की खुशी इस कर्म भोग को चुकता करने के लिए औषधि का रूप बन जाती है। खुशी दवाई की खुराक बन जाती है। अब अपने को चेक करो कि मैं सदैव हेल्दी रहता हूँ। मैंने एवर हेल्दी का वरदान प्राप्त किया है। वरदाता बाप द्वारा तीनों वरदान एवर हेल्दी, वेल्दी और हैप्पीनेस को प्राप्त किया है। सदाकाल का वर्षा प्राप्त किया है या अल्पकाल का। किसी भी मायावी बीमारी के वश हो, अपना सदाकाल का एवर हेल्दी का वर्षा गवा तो नहीं देते हो। बाप द्वारा एवर वेल्दी अर्थात सर्वशक्तियों के खजानों से संपन्न वरदान को प्राप्त किया है। सर्व खजानों के मालिक अनुभव करते हो, अर्थात अप्राप्त कोई भी वस्तु नहीं देवताओं के खजाने में। यह गायन तो है, लेकिन देवताओं से भी श्रेष्ठ ब्राह्मणों का गायन है। अप्राप्त कोई शक्ति नहीं ब्राह्मणों के खजाने में। ऐसे एवर वेल्दी अनुभव करते हो। अच्छा, आगे की मुरली कल सुनेंगे। ओम शांति।
का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है। तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है। मिले न स्वर्ग में वो सुख लुटाने वाला है। तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला।
छोटी मोटी बात में अपसेट होना, मना बीमार होना, छोटी बात हो या मोटी बात हो, पर छोटी को मोटी बना देते हैं, बात को बड़ा बना देते हैं। जब छोटी बात को बड़ा बना देते हैं तो प्रेशर हाई हो जाता है। मैंने देखा है, कभी किसको गुस्सा आएगा, कहेंगे क्या करूं, मुझे थोड़ा प्रेशर हाई था तब मैंने गुस्सा किया। और जिसको गुस्सा किया उसका प्रेशर लो हो गया, जिसको किया उसका लो हो गया, जिसने किया उसका हाई हो गया। ये लाइफ तो रही है। अपने माइंड पर कंट्रोल हो। बॉडी माइंड नहीं का, माइंड बॉडी का है। माइंड के अंदर मन शांत हो। व्यर्थ बोलना, व्यर्थ सोचना, व्यर्थ देखना, व्यर्थ सुनना, बोले महात्मा गांधी कहता था टच नो विल, हियर नो विल, सी नो विल, और हम कहते हैं थिंक नो विल। जैसा इंसान सोचता है, देखता है, बोलता है, सुनता है, वो माइंड पर असर होता है, माइंड का असर बॉडी पर आता है। आप अच्छी तरह से आज, भले आपको दादी हमारी गुलजार भी कल आई थी आपके पास, और भी कुछ बहुत कुछ मिला होगा, मिलेगा, लेकिन मैं जो जिस भावना से आपको जो बोल रही हूं, अगर नहीं समझ में आवे भले पूछना, परंतु मैं जानना चाहती हूं, दिल मेरी भावना है, मेरी भावना है। पहले आप जो निमित्त हो, डॉक्टर्स हो, वो सदा खुश रहो। आज की दुनिया में डॉक्टर हो या इंजीनियर हो या कोई भी हो, मनी और मान की भूख न हो। मैंने गीता पढ़ी थी अच्छी तरह से। एक कौरव दूसरा पांडव है। कौरवों को है तो मान चाहिए, मनी चाहिए। सारी दुनिया में देखो, जो काम करेंगे मान और मनी के लिए।
प्यार दिया साकार में जो आता है याद हमको, तूने प्यार दिया साकार में जो आता है याद हमको, तेरे पत्र की मीठी याद है जो, तेरे पत्र की मीठी याद है जो तड़पाती है दिल को।
Om Shanti. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Ruling power. The present is a mirror of the future. In the mirror of your present stage, you can very clearly see your own future. In order to have all rights to your future kingdom, check to what extent you have ruling power over yourself. When you have full rights over your subtle powers, your special workers, the powers of your mind and your intellect, you will be able to make your future bright. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avikti Parivar. Today's day 21. Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Today's topic, ruling power. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. So everyone's pressure is okay. Mm. Baba in the Murli also had been talking about, he has given us short time. Whenever that homework was given, is about anger. But from where it comes, the provocation, it could be sanskars or sensitive nature. Right? If someone says something is not right, and you know it is not right, so why should you feel bad about it? No. And if it is right, then take care of yourself. Right? So every day in different ways, different situations, different behavior of people, their interaction, their words, but don't allow you to be affected. Be stable, consistent. And 2 days ago, Baba had said, keep your mind very calm and have a lot of patience, right? Power of coolness and patience. Because this habit of, instead of looking at stage, we react. And when we react, then of course it affects our mind and a lot of wasteful thoughts. But this morning, Baba gave another homework. If you want to become like me, don't give sorrow, don't take sorrow. So being sensitive, in other words, is taking sorrow. So these are very, very long, long-term sanskars from body consciousness of copper age and iron age. Very short age of confluence where I have to transform myself from this body consciousness to soul consciousness, from tamo stage to sato stage. So Baba every day had been giving us, we hear a Vyakti signal, right? Which is taken from Avyakt Murli. Everyone liked when That day Sister Gayatri said, she pulls out the Murli, that from which Murli this Avyakti signal has been chosen. And there is a context in that. Why Baba is saying this? I think it's a good idea. We can also use search engine for Avyakti Murlis, because brother in Madhuban takes out from the Murlis. So we all can read Murli. I think it will definitely give exact, clear the reference, the context, a little more explanation than what we could do in a minute. So, Manmohini's month. It's a very Didi Manmohini, because she was in Delhi, and I generally tell her she was my in charge sister. She was very open, she was very frank, and very sweetly she will tell you what you need to do. You are my friend. If someone else tell you, I would like to tell you this needs to be changed. Whether it is words, whether it is any of our activity where she feels that it's not Brahman. There is a tension these days, but I'm talking of 60 years ago when I came to Baba. It was such a beautiful discipline. It didn't feel restrictions, but royalty. Didi used to tell us that you all are becoming prince, princess. So your way to talk, your way to walk, everything should be very royal. There was freedom. It's not that you were restricted, but within that freedom, that royalty is very important. Where you are respectful, because you stay in self-respect. Your words are very royal. Because Brahmin dictionary, very short one, limited, right? You can't use words in a Lokik way. I remember when I came to USA, it's a very common word, you crazy. So I said, what it means? They say, you're mad. But can we tell someone you are crazy? But here is common, right? Baba says we should be trusty. And here is a common thing. You must own this. So I said, but how can you own? But it means that you should take full responsibility to begin the task and to conclude it, not give up in the middle or leave it like that. So some of the words which are very commonly used, but they sound very against Baba's principle. How can I own? I am trusty, right? But what it means, right? So Didi Manmohini had very beautiful way to tell us. She always used to say, even whatever, the way you give knowledge, you mend everything. You don't break it. When we say God is one, He's our father, parents, teacher. And then we say, how can He be omnipresent? But some they begin with God is not omnipresent. Someone came to Peace Village and this sister said, Krishna is not God. And this person was such a devotee of Krishna. He didn't wait for 5 minutes, said, I'm going, I'm leaving. So I asked her, why you need to say that as soon as anyone comes? And she thought that's what Baba says, no? So Baba says, but then how do I put in the right words, the right way, right time? So it's very beautiful confluence age of learning and becoming. Learning is the best quality one can have. Never think I know everything. I am perfect. No. Keep learning. So Baba is saying what is needed now is ruling power. The present is the mirror of the future. In the mirror of your present stage, you can very clearly see your own future. In order to have all rights to your future kingdom, check to what extent you have ruling power over yourself. We use controlling and ruling power on others, right? That sometimes happens. But here Baba says on your own self. So Baba says that when you have rights over your subtle powers, your special workers, subtle powers are mind intellect, subtle workers are our organs, sense organs. The powers of your mind and your intellect, you will be able to make your future bright. So it's not like controlling in the sense of like hermits, and they renounce in a different way. But our is making them satopradhan, making them pure, using them for charitable, elevated thoughts, elevated actions. So it's a very completely different kind of, when we follow principles and disciplines, they both are very important. And that is where you get your ruling power. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi.
Hello, Om Shanti Shrin Ben.
Good evening. Today's Murli was amazing, and I wanted to ask you a few questions on that. So in the Hindi session just now, you were talking about the drill Baba made us do at the end of the Murli. And Baba was talking about going into the confluence age. So when you are thinking about what is your awareness of the confluence age? When Baba said, right, go into confluence age, what was your awareness?
No, Baba says it's an auspicious age. It's benevolence there, Kalyankari. So remembering all the time, because, Iron Age, Kalyug, and especially these days, there is so much about natural calamities, about transactions and shopping of weapons and threatening. It's really heavy, in the sense of lot about destruction. Now, what happens? It could have impact on the mind, right? And also socially, morally, decline, that could also affect the mind. So on one side there is Kali, Iron Age, right? But then other side we know that there is Golden Age and we are at Confluence Age. So how do I keep myself free from any influences? Certainly, it's a very beautiful article one of our sister from Peace Village wrote about depression. And she said that it is so normal because of the influence of the present situations for a person, whether they are young ones, especially young ones, because they don't see their future, they don't know which direction to go, they even don't know what should I study, what job will I get. It's like internally they're getting hopeless also. So when there is hopelessness, or Baba said disheartening, people don't know what direction, right? So I think that becoming aware of where I am, see, it's not only question of I believe it, but when I create awareness, the omens, the influence of that age, that is confluence age, which is incognito, which is only for us, right? You cannot say it's the confluence age, but also it's a confluence age because the world has to transform, right? So if I go in the direction with this awareness, I think like if the attainments of confluence age are you should be happy, you should be joyful, you should be double light, you shouldn't worry, all these, if we make a long list. And when there is awareness and no influence of whatever, because especially not only social media, but the news also. As I mentioned yesterday, we got a call from India. New York is flooded, and are you all okay? Is centers okay? Didi is okay. And I'm looking around, but there's not much rain. It did rain little more. And when it rained, little part of Manhattan, which is very old one, must have got some extra water. But it was a big news in India, so I had to send a notice today that there is no flood here. Yes, there was in Texas, but not in New York. So sometimes that, we have to look at how the way the news is spread. Sometimes they are completely not right. So awareness of confluence stage will not allow us to be influenced. I know that, here must be in India too, very well. Every morning, all the time people look at the weather, right? Today is going to be rain, today is going to be snow. So I remember I always tell people, it's all right, plan the program the way it is, but it's going to be heavy rain. I said, but let's see, sometimes even the storms change the direction, right? Instead of coming via here, goes via somewhere else. So I think this whole influence of Kali Yuga with the awareness of confluence age, it won't happen to me. I am with Baba. I am at confluence age, and Baba will always protect me. There is something benevolent in what is happening. You use these thoughts and keep yourself into not only peaceful, loveful, but very, very stable also, right?
Right, right.
Thinking about Baba's presence at confluence, I am at Baba's service at confluence. I am with Baba, right? Helping Baba to create the new world.
Right, right. So, Didi, one of the things that Baba was talking about was not to give sorrow, not to take sorrow. It is such a big topic, I feel. And you have spoken at length about it, but talk to us some more. How do I not cause sorrow? How do I not take sorrow? Which comes first, do you think?
I think what is important, kind of understanding, because misunderstandings could cause sorrow too, right? And also criticizing someone, comparison, like some of the habits which we have, which we are not attentive, then the feelings of other person can be hurt. So I think that if we, kind of keep to our code of conduct, whether speaking for someone or saying something, because there is a saying that the of the sword of the
words.
no the sword of the physical sword, the wound can be healed faster than the injury of the words, because that stays in people's mind. So we have to be careful about the words. And I remember that when I came to Baba, so Baba used to tell us, if you see anything not happening right by someone, but tell Baba. And I used to say, why I have to complain about someone? I don't want to use my words for that. I just want to. And then if somebody went and tell Baba something, and if someone went after some time, Baba, that hasn't been taken care of. Baba said, now it's becoming your habit. So it's like we have to be so careful when we say things or comment on people or compare them. Attentive so that we don't cause sorrow. But when it comes to taking sorrow, if I haven't done anything wrong, right? And someone is saying it, so where is your self-respect? To say, honestly, yes, if I have little weakness of that kind, I will correct it. But I haven't done it. I haven't said it, right?
Right.
So it's a habit of taking sorrow or feeling humility. It's lack of self-respect, no?
Mm-hmm.
If you have self-respect, you're honest with yourself, and you take it where you need to transform. Rest you leave it, no? So that you don't take sorrow. Sometimes it does happen. We sit in a small gathering and something is said which is blaming you but accusing you, which you are not, haven't done. So a lot of people could feel sad. And I immediately say, oh no, that's not me. I don't think I am. So one time somebody asked me, how do you manage? I said, whatever anyone says, you have to minus the sanskar of that soul. Because everyone say things in their own way. Okay,
Right.
it's all right, you can change it, but why should I take it too? So it needs to be, then you become very stable where you are not shocked or shaken, which generally people use the word. So I was so shocked to hear this. But it's drama, let's see. So if you internally can handle it properly, which is very, very important, then you won't have sorrow too.
Right.
It is vast subject because it's lifelong subject, right?
Right, Didi. But
Mm.
I like what you're sharing, that it has to come from a place of self-respect. If I'm taking sorrow, that means there is no self-respect.
There is body consciousness.
Body consciousness, right. One of the things that Baba said was Maya. He was talking about Maya, and he said
Mm.
even Maya wants to be liberated. What does that mean? Like whenever he talks like that, I'm like, what do you mean by that?
Mm. Maya is tired of us because we get defeated, no? So she doesn't feel good about it because she wants us to be victorious. But we forget it. That is why they share a story that, someone went back to Maya, was belonging to God, went back to Maya. And something Maya did was very deceiving. So this man said, but I came to you. Said, because if you are not honest to my master, how will you be honest to me? You know, it's a kind of like, even Maya watches that this person not sincere, not honest, and dishonest person even doesn't like another dishonest person, right? They don't say, okay, let's be together, we both are dishonest. No. Even dishonest person likes honesty, right?
Right, right.
Even if he is dishonest. So I think that this is how Maya also doesn't like us. On one side, we are customers, no? Baba says of Maya. But on other side, Maya said, but you're not honest.
Right.
You're not going to stay with me long time. And we also want to get rid of it, right? Because Maya are the traces left of the vices, and they are not good habits, right?
Right, absolutely. So one final question. When Baba was talking about you need to fill your non-living images with compassion and mercy for the next, how many ever years, how many ever thousands of years, what does that mean? Like if I'm making effort now, how are my non-living images getting filled with, or if I'm having mercy now, how are my non-living images being filled with mercy?
Now at confluence age, whatever God's love, inculcation, any of your virtues, the vibrations are in your personality, no? People immediately look and they say, oh, you are so peaceful. Or you say, oh, you express God's love. So I feel that at confluence age, what I inculcate, and I find then that inculcation, based on that, I receive drishti. They look at me like that. And I feel it's like they're putting life into the image. They all taking drishti, but while drishti, of course, they're remembering Baba, but the experience they have. So it's at confluence age, we have to fill in with us. And then when our idols are created, people will go for quality of that. You know, it's like they will go to Saraswati for knowledge, Lakshmi for blessings of prosperity, Durga, for power. So, but actually it is at confluence age, my dharana, long-term practice, created not only personality, but those vibrations from the personality. Look at, I remember when Baba started coming in Dadi Gulzar, she was very different. And after some time, whenever anyone went to meet, you could feel Baba, even Baba is not there. So when we asked her how that change has happened in you, she said people come to meet Baba, not me. So I have to invoke Baba. And by invoking Baba, it became like her personality started
Right.
becoming like Baba. So then they say in path of bhakti, little Nandi, the memorial of with the big one, and that's memorial of Dadi Gunzar and chariot. So I think that it is at present I should be embodiment so that others can experience, and in their drishti, like they giving you those more and more, looking at you like that. And then your vibrations become that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Very deep, actually. It's a very nuanced concept of this, this whole thing that you're sharing, but I'm also thinking about what you're saying about Dadi Gulzar, sharing about Dadi Gulzar. that even without Baba coming in us, that's what the effort we have to make.
Yeah, because if we are becoming goddesses, we are becoming divine, then it has to be at confluence.
Right, right,
That divinity, that purity, that love, peace, joyful nature, right?
right. And also what you said earlier, Didi, about the confluence age and not being influenced by Kali Yuga is so important because so much of our time is wasted if we are not understanding the confluence age, if we are not realizing we are in it, we are not aware we are in it. So much of our time is wasted by all of these influences.
Because some people say, oh, we are listening, we should be aware, so we are cautious, right? So I said, alert and cautious is okay, but don't be fearful, because it will be okay. If Baba says that awareness of the time definitely will help us, no? And Baba's protection then. Because I was mentioning, we had this time call of time, and majority of the leaders, they came with fear. What's going to happen, cost of living, this, that. And then anyway, we shared, they meditated. And when they left, they said, no, we shouldn't be scared. We should prepare ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's internally or externally. That's all we have to do, keep prepared.
Absolutely.
And this could happen with Baba's children too. We need to be alert. We need to, as I say, spiritual preparedness and also externally. They are important. It's not at the time we say, oh, Baba said, I told you, why Baba says keep the stock or keep this or.
Right, right. I haven't listened to the news. I mean, every once in a while I will, but it's been years since I just don't pay attention and I'm fine. I don't need to hear it because someone will come and tell me what's happening.
That's true. It's again, it's the nature. It's kind of addiction with social media too. But when I heard this of flood in New York, and I said, well, look at this. I mean, how the news is given and the way it is given, so, mm, okay.
Thank
So
you, Didi. Thank you very
I,
much.
I heard you are leaving. Have good trip and
Thank you.
just be with your parents. I'm sure they are well. Mm,
Thank you,
okay,
Didi.
okay,
Om
see you.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, thank you. So today we had this Bhagyavedanta movie, which we did play from 4 to 6 p.m. I'm sure everyone enjoyed. It's a beautiful movie they created. It took them years actually to put together, and the way they put together whole history of Yagya was really wonderful. So we really want to thank from Avikti Parivar to Awakening Channel. They really brought such a beautiful movie to all of us, to many, many new ones to get a clear vision what's the Yagya used to be like. So anyway, if you have any comments or appreciation in words to send us would be great. We would be happy to send them our experiences and thanks to them. So please do write us how you felt while watching the movie. And some of you might think that you did miss part of the movie or you couldn't make it, you couldn't watch. So don't worry, we have this is available to all the centers, and your center will announce which day they will be watching together. It's supposed to be for all the students come together and watch the movie. So definitely your center will arrange. And yes, Avikti Parivar will also do one more time, but we'll let you know when. So now, tomorrow is Monday. Our schedule from Amritwala 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. In the evening, awake the children Malay class 5 to 5:15 p.m. 6 o'clock Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and chit chat. Now let's remember Baba and take drishti from Didi.
राजयोग का राज जो जाने, राजयोग का राज जो जाने, राजाई पद पाए, राजाओं का बन जाए राजा, शिव से प्रीत लगाए। राजयोग का राज जो जाने, राजाई पद पाए, राजाओं का बन जाए राजा, शिव से प्रीत लगाए। राजयोग का राज जो जाने। आत्मा का हो शिव से योग, मिटते कई जन्मों के रोग। आत्मा का हो शिव से योग, मिटते कई जन्मों के रोग। दुख और पाप भस्म हो जाए, योग की ज्वाला जलाए, शिव से प्रीत लगाए। राजयोग का राज जो जाने, राजाई पद पाए, राजाओं का बन जाए राजा, शिव से प्रीत लगाए। राजयोग का राज जो जाने। छुपे हैं गुण भंडार, सुख शांति और प्यार ही प्यार। योग में छुपे हैं गुण भंडार, सुख शांति और प्यार ही प्यार। स्नेह सिंधु में गहरे जाकर आनंद खूब लुटाए, शिव से प्रीत लगाए। राजयोग का राज जो जाने, राजाई पद पाए, राजाओं का बन जाए राजा, शिव से प्रीत लगाए। राजयोग का राज जो जाने। पवित्रता की योग है खान, कोटि कोटि इसमें वरदान। पवित्रता की योग है खान, कोटि कोटि इसमें वरदान। योग को कर्मों में ला करके कर्म सुकर्म बनाए, शिव से प्रीत लगाए। राजयोग का राज जो जाने, राजाई पद पाए, राजाओं का बन से प्रीत लगाए। राजयोग का राज जो जाने राजाई पद पाए। राजाओं का बन जाए राजा शिव से प्रीत लगाए। राजयोग का राज जो जाने।
ओम शांति। ओम शांति।
ओम शांति दीदी, ओम शांति रक्त
Om
परिवार।
Didi, Om
शांति
Shanti
मोहिनी
Rikta
दीदी।
Parivar.
Shanti
Mohini
Baba, Om
Didi, Om
Shanti,
Shanti Rikta
Shanti.
Shanti
Parivar.
Didi, Om
Didi,
Shanti
Shanti
Mohini
Didi.
Didi, Om Shanti
Thank you,
Didi,
Baba. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Rikta
Baba.
Parivar.
Rikta
Didi.
Parivar.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you,
Didi.
Baba. Thank you, Baba.
Accumulate the power of thoughts and become an instrument for elevated service. Ruling power. The present is a mirror of the future. In the mirror of your present stage, you can very clearly see your own future. In order to have all rights to your future kingdom, check to what extent you have ruling power over yourself. When you have full rights over your subtle powers, your special workers, the powers of your mind and your intellect, you will be able to make your future bright.
संकल्पों की शक्ति जमा कर श्रेष्ठ सेवा के निमित्त बनो। रूलिंग पावर। वर्तमान भविष्य का दर्पण है। वर्तमान की स्टेज अर्थात दर्पण द्वारा अपना भविष्य स्पष्ट देख सकते हो। भविष्य राज्य अधिकारी बनने के लिए चेक करो कि वर्तमान मेरे में रूलिंग पावर कहाँ तक है। पहले सूक्ष्म शक्तियाँ जो विशेष कार्य करता है, संकल्प शक्ति के ऊपर, बुद्धि के ऊपर पूरा अधिकार हो। तब अपना भविष्य उज्जवल बना सकेंगे। ओम शांति।